My mother once told me, love is measured in sacrifice. She said it with a kind of religious certainty, as if devotion were a currency and family the only bank that would never fail. She was wrong. Love, I've learned, is an equation. Give too much, and it becomes imbalance. Take too much, and it becomes theft. But when the numbers are right, when every wound, every silence, every betrayal adds up, the sum becomes justice. Cold, clean, untraceable. This story doesn't begin with rage, it begins with arithmetic. It was a Sunday, the kind my mother adored. Heavy food, heavier expectations. The house smelled of curry and ironed linen. My father read the newspaper like it was still 1999. Mira, my sister, scrolled through her phone, pretending to listen. I had called them to check in, and my mother, with her talent for weaponizing concern, said, "Learn from your sister who sends us $4,000 every month. You, ungrateful girl, do nothing but call." Her voice sliced through the air. My fork hovered mid-motion. My father slammed his hand against the table. "Don't be jealous of your sister's accomplishments. If you want to help, then do it instead of complaining." I almost laughed. Almost. Because the truth was simple, the money was mine. Every cent of it. A year ago, when Mira lost her job, I offered to help. I had just received a promotion. Senior analyst, steady salary, respectable apartment. I told her I'd send money for our parents, and she could handle the transfers since she lived closer. She had smiled, soft and grateful. "You're saving them, Asha. I'll handle everything. I'll even keep receipts." Receipts. The word felt noble then. It would later become poison. For months, my parents thanked her, told me how proud they were that their successful daughter hadn't forgotten them. Mira never corrected them, and I never asked her to. Pride has a strange way of disguising negligence. But that dinner, that sentence, "Learn from your sister," broke the spell. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat in the dark, laptop screen glowing like confession light. I logged into my bank account. Transactions scrolled like the timeline of a betrayal. 10 months, 4,000 each, all wired to Mira S. Not to my parents. Not once. I stared at the screen, feeling not anger, but precision. Every detail mattered now. I took a pen and began to write, methodically. Account compromised. Password changed after job loss. Possible digital access theft. It wasn't a list of grievances. It was a blueprint. The next morning, I called the bank. I didn't accuse. I inquired. "I think my account was compromised by someone close. Could we secure it immediately?" They froze the account within an hour. I opened a new one under a different branch, with biometric access only. Then I made the first move. I called my parents. Calm, apologetic. "My work situation changed. I won't be able to send money for a while." My mother sighed. "It's fine. Mira will keep things going." Perfect. A month later, my father called. His voice was clipped. "Your sister said she couldn't send the money this month. Some client didn't pay. Do you know anything about that?" I said no, and smiled. 2 months later, desperation replaced pride. 3 months later, Mira began to text. "Asha, I messed up. I needed it at the time. I'll pay you back. Don't tell them. Please." I didn't respond. Revenge isn't fire, it's frost. It kills slowly, quietly, until everything still standing is brittle enough to break on its own. The next family dinner came like clockwork. Same house, same table. But this time, silence was thicker. My father's voice trembled with suppressed fury. "We found your messages, Mira. You told us the money was from your business, but you were using your sister's account. Do you deny it?" Mira looked at me, eyes wide, a drowning woman expecting rescue. I set my teacup down gently. "The transfer stopped the day I changed my account. Funny coincidence, isn't it?" The silence that followed was surgical. It cut her open without spilling a drop of blood. After that night, the group chat went quiet. Birthdays went unacknowledged. Calls unanswered. My mother texted me privately a week later. "We didn't know, dear. You've always been the reliable one. It wasn't an apology. It was an admission of hierarchy restored. I replied only, I know. Then I blocked her. Not out of spite, out of symmetry. I began to rebuild, not from loss, but from revelation. The money didn't matter. It never did. What mattered was control. Control is peace disguised as detachment. When you remove chaos from your life, people mistake it for loneliness. I moved cities, new apartment, new number. I watched Mira's life through the ghost trail of social media. Her friends dwindled. Her boyfriend left. Her reputation, subtle as perfume, fragile as glass, cracked. I never spoke her name again, but every silence was a statement. A year later, I received a letter with no return address. Inside was a check for $40,000. And a note. You win. M. I didn't cash it. Instead, I framed it. A relic of imbalance corrected. They say revenge is emotional. I disagree. Emotion clouds judgment. Mine was pure arithmetic. Balance the ledger, close the account. Family isn't blood, it's debt. And debt, when unpaid, demands collection. I live quietly now. No family dinners, no forwarded messages about festivals or prayers, just clean solitude and the hum of things I own outright. Sometimes when I walk past strangers arguing in cafes, I think of Mira, the panic in her eyes that night, and I realize something. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's clarity, and clarity is the most exquisite revenge of all.